Coming up, how the local church in India braves floodwaters to help victims.
And welcome back to Christian World News. The worst flooding in India in a century has killed hundreds of people and displaced nearly 1 million. In some villages, floodwaters up to 10 feet high entered homes. Officials say thousands of rescuers are still trying to reach people and deliver relief supplies to isolated areas using hundreds of boats and nearly 24 helicopters.
I recently spoke with Gospel for Asia's Dr. Daniel, who experienced the flood and went out in it to help those stranded and in danger.
I remember it was actually the flood situation was so much that there were houses, ground floors of houses completely flooded. In fact, I'll tell what happened was that, I was stranded in one of these places trying to rescue some people in a boat. Now, imagine that this is a freeway. It's a highway. It's a big four-way kind of traffic place. But the only way you could go through was with a big truck. And then once the truck couldn't go into the byways, you had to use a boat, a fishing boat. I mean, there was so much water. And when we got actually stuck, we got out of the boat, you had to swim. And you had to swim to houses, you had to swim to places. And people came to us swimming to get water and bread or whatever it is. However, the good news is that actually since that 1 week, the rains have stopped by God's grace. For the past 2 days, we've not had that heavy rain. So the water has come down. And if you go to the same places now, you'll be surprised. You'll be like, did you have that much water here? And the only thing which reminds us are the marks on the walls of the houses where the water was there. You can actually see it. So it's drastically come down. So the situation is far better, but it was quite horrific on the ground.
Well, this is home for you, Dr. Daniel, and you know the people very well there. How are they holding up?
I think this has been one of those times when there was two kind of emotions going through. One, it's my own people, I'm here, and the place where we stay was actually safe. It was like the light in the city, top of the hill. We were safe, but right around us, you had so many struggling and suffering all through the 2 to 3 days. But the good side which I saw was everywhere, people just coming together to help. I mean, young people on all the social media just forming groups and telling, hey, there's a person here, there's a person here, some creating apps. And somehow, so you saw on one side complete devastation, hopelessness, but on the other side, you actually saw help pouring in from all quarters. And I would say that there's quite a bit of resilience which these our people showed. And in fact, I was quite surprised that when we went to some of these interior places underwater, what it means is ground floors flooded and people staying on rooftops with things to help. They would actually tell us, now we've got some help, go beyond us. There are people beyond us, we know they are there. Please go find them out, give them the help which you are going to give to us. So there was so much of, thinking about others. How can we help? And so it's brought the whole state together, which has been an amazing thing to see, although it was complete disaster and tragedy at this time.
So amazing how disasters can sometimes bring the best out in us. Well, you can see the full interview with Dr. Daniel Johnson, on our website, cbnnews.com.